Hey guys, this is Tanner with Utility Disc Golf, and today I'm reviewing the Discmania FD. This is a great disc for shaping shots and navigating tight fairways, so let's get into the review and see how this thing flies. Let's start off by talking about the look and feel of the Discmania FD. For the majority of the review, I threw it in the C-line plastic, but I also threw it in the G-line and the D-line. But we'll talk about how these flew a little bit later on in the review. As for the C-line plastic, it's the most durable plastic from Discmania. It's pretty stiff. It kind of has a slick feeling to it. But the nice thing about C-line is that it's going to fly the same way for a long time because it doesn't beat in as quickly as some of the other plastics. The FD has a pretty narrow rim for a fairway driver. I would say it's just the next step up from a mid-range in terms of rim width. So I prefer to throw it with a modified power grip, but I can also power grip it or fan grip it and it still feels just as comfortable. The FD is a great neutral to understable fairway driver. When I threw it on a flat release, the FD would have a nice easy turn to the right before having a soft fade at the end of the flight back to the left for a right-handed backhand player. I was really surprised at the distance I was able to get out of the FD. Because of the glide on the disc, the FD wants to stay in the air for a long time. On an anhyzer release, the FD would hold the anhyzer angle for the majority of its flight until the very end. It would try to flatten out and have a nice soft landing at the end of its flight. If you're someone who doesn't have a forehand game or you like those long left to right panning anhyzer shots, I would definitely look at the FD because it's going to really give you a nice left to right shaping shot with a backhand. On a hyzer release, the FD would pop up to flat on a slight hyzer angle. It would pop up to flat, go dead straight for 80 to 90% of its flight before having a nice easy fade back to the left at the end. The FD is going to be a really good disc for those narrow fairways where you really need the disc to go straight, which is pretty much the hardest shot in disc golf. I also threw the FD in the G-line plastic and the D-line plastic. The G-line plastic is the grippy plastic from Discmania. It's got a lot more flexibility and a lot more grip than, say, an S-line plastic, but it's going to beat in a little bit quicker over time because it is just a little bit softer. The G-line plastic flew a little bit less stable than the C-line, but you can't really notice that big of a difference right out of the box. The G-line plastic will beat in a little bit quicker than the C-line, so over time the G-line is going to become more understable than the C-line. The D-line plastic is more of an affordable plastic type from Discmania. It's kind of got a chalky texture to it. It's a popular plastic type for a lot of putters. And right out of the box, the D-line is significantly less stable than the C-line. When I threw the FD D-line on a flat release, it would have a lot of turn to the right, and it would have very little fade at the end compared to the C-line. And then on an anhyzer angle, the D-line would almost always turn into a roller depending on how hard I threw it. I know a lot of pros that have a D-line FD in their bag specifically for rollers, so that's where I could see this being utilized. Or if you have a slower arm speed, you'll like the understability of the FD because you can still get it to have a nice long flexing S shots and even hold an anhyzer angle for you. The FD is going to be one of the more versatile discs in your bag. For beginners, you're going to love the distance that you're going to be able to get with the FD. With the smaller rim, it's perfect for anybody that's getting into disc golf. If you're a more advanced player, you're going to love the FD for hyzer flip to straight shots that go dead straight for those narrow fairways. You're going to love it for left to right panning anhyzer shots for right-handed backhand players, and it can also be a great roller. If you guys like this review, please leave us a like. If you have any questions about the FD, leave them in the comment section below. And if you want to see more disc reviews from Discmania, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, stay fly.